Boogie, just how you feeling right now, and where do you feel like your game is coming off what last year was and then going into the spring?
I'm feeling great right now. I think the biggest thing that's maturing in my game is just a lot of fine tuning. Coach Lindsey's really helping me out with that, and just maturing kind of as a man on the field. So I think that's the biggest thing. Just going from last year to this year, I really want to come into that role just like a man. Somebody we can count on, somebody who the team knows. Like, yo, you see him, like, you can trust him. And so that's kind of the big thing I'm trying to come into now, and that I'm really working on.
And I guess same thing I asked AB about playing well in the bowl game and trying to build off of that. And from what I recall, you made several pretty big plays in that game. Do you look at that as a game to try to build off of coming in this year?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely try and build off of that. I think AB said it like kind of a glimpse of what he can do. I mean, I would say I kind of feel the same way. I think those plays, they were good plays, but I think I have a lot more in me, and I know I do. And so I just got to keep improving so I can be able to show everybody else that as well.
Alex, how would you say your first 2 years have gone? And just you talk about the improvement and growth, but what have you learned the most? And what are you some of your goals and expectations for the rest of the spring and then in the fall?
My first 2 years in South Carolina, I say I've learned more about myself than I have in any years of my life. My first year, obviously, I was hurt, had some different coaches. My next year, I came in, I started to play a little more, new coaches again. And so I'm just really the big thing that I've learned is just keep going. When it gets hard, just keep going, keep fighting. And that's really what the game of football is still teaching me today. You have to be tough. You got to be a man in a sense. Just take whatever it is to the chin, keep pushing through, keep going. And that's kind of where I'm at, especially at the D-line position. You're in the trenches every single play. You really got to be tough. And so I think that's really what I've been helped with a lot and what I've been learning. And it's helped me a lot.
Guys obviously lose Jabari from that room going into next season. How do you feel with so many snaps probably up for grabs there? How do you feel like you can help this interior defensive line group going into the season?
Yeah, Jabari, I mean, that was a big loss. I was my dog. And so me personally, I just want to be able to step into whatever role that the coaches and the team thinks I need to play, do it to the best of my ability. Obviously, there's like you said, some spots up for grabs, but what I realize is when you're just trying to help the team win a game, you're going to probably do better than what you would instead of focusing on what you can do or how you can like how you can play type. If you just focus on whatever you got to do to help win the game, doing that, then that really puts you in a great position. So that's what I'm trying to do.
You mentioned doing what the team needs to do to win helps you play better. When did that click for you, or is that something that you always kind of figured out, or did it take some time once you got to college to figure that stuff out?
I think it really clicked for me was probably my senior year of high school. At first is when it really clicked because all in high school, obviously I was, a big team guy at Hammond, always trying to do the best. But I was still also in my head like, oh, I got to get some offers. I got to show these coaches that I'm good enough to play. And then my senior year, I was committed, and I kind of just, fully played for the team. And that was, without a doubt, my best year. Obviously, I'd gotten better, but it just, the feeling, it felt different. I was helping make some of the play calls. I was doing all types of stuff while on defense, like telling the team. And so after that year, I kind of realized, I just wanted to win. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't really care about how I did or whatever. I just wanted to win, and I performed my best. And so that's when it first clicked. And freshman year, obviously, that was a rough year for me, just not being able to play at all. And so I kind of had lost a little bit. I was so focused on getting back and getting better. And so now I feel that I'm at the spot kind of right back to where I was senior, where I'm just trying to win. That's the goal. I feel like we all have that same mindset, too. Let's just win and just keep going. So that's, how it happened.
What have you seen so far from the rest of the guys on the D-line? Any guys stand out so far?
Yeah, our whole position group, especially right now, I think we've all improved tremendously. I think I could honestly go down every single player in the D-line room and talk about what each person does, how they've improved. TJ, obviously, he's been getting a lot of attention. Nick Barrett also, he's extremely improved, and he was my roommate a little bit last year. So I love seeing him do what he's doing now because it's really night and day for him. And then we even have some older guys who just, I don't know what it was. I think it just clicked. But Devontae, Keem, they in my head, it was just like, wow, something just clicked for them, and they're doing really well. So the whole D-line, really, in my opinion, is really doing good. Tonka, he's doing well. He's doing real good right now. So our whole D-line room, even the young guys to anybody in there, we're all doing well.
We were kind of asking Zach about his perspective and getting used to a new D-line coach like every year since he's been here. How nice is it for you just coming off year one, then getting Coach Lindsey and having him still as your coach? How nice is it to have that same voice?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Yeah, just thinking about that, I couldn't even imagine how Zach had went through it because I remember I'm not sure what coach he started with, but just going through the recruiting process, I remember just them cycling through D-line coaches. So I remember this point where I was thinking like how, because each coach kind of has different philosophies and what they think D linemen should do, how this should go, and so having to change that every year is really rough. So now that this year we kind of have a foundation to build off of and keep improving, I think it really helps a lot. Just so we can just keep going off what we've learned and keep improving. Thank you.